light there. Okay, I'm live. Testing the mic, 1, 2. It looks like I have a mic. So that's a good sign. Welcome to McBean Scottish Fitness. Might have to pull that back just a little bit. And today is going to be just a regular bacon and eggs day. We'll see how this reaches out. I'm trying to use my computer this time instead of my phone to see if there's any discernible difference between how I put this out. I've been using the phone before, and it seems like I get a lot more views, but it doesn't correlate into anything different as of in income. But basically what I'm going to do is get a lot of people pop in, and they pop in, and they pop out. So welcome to McBean Scottish Fitness, farm and prepping, wildlife, and whatever else I want to do. Then we're going to do a meal chat. We're going to talk about failure. So first of all, people let me know if my audio is working well. That I think I'm using the mic. I have all sorts of power indicator lights saying the mic's being used. I just want to make sure that it's working so I don't do any more silent workouts. So I got the frying pan from yesterday where we were doing BLTs. And I'll get it warmed up. I have more bacon, but we're not having BLTs today. We're just going to go with traditional bacon and eggs with a bunch of peppers from the garden. And then if I have time, I might do something a little different just to have it ready, which I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that anyway. Because I have pork chops that I bought. And if I don't cook them now, and who knows? The best time to cook the pork chops is when I have a lot of bacon. So I think that is what we are going to do today. Well, first, I always cut the bacon in half. This makes it easier to cook and more manageable. Don't forget my other sponsor, LuckyCutco.com. There's a lot of his cutlery. So that should work out. If you're liking it, hit the thumbs up. Appreciate it. Get in the chat. I'd rather go and buy some. So I hope everybody joins in. We'll see how well the notifications go out. There we go. I got a thumbs up. Somebody pop in and say hello. I know who I'm talking to. So we got fresh bacon from the butcher. And this is the bacon I prefer. As good as the quality control is, I've been told at Oscar Mayer, it's still not the bacon you're getting from the butcher, in my opinion. Also, I'm going to sit there and chop up fresh green pepper from my garden I just picked, and some jalapenos from my garden I just picked also. I also have another pepper and a cucumber to chop up and take to work. I am working a 12-hour shift today. So I'm going to need more food. I'll stop at the store and get some too. But I try to produce some, take some food with me, so I am going to do that today. Now that we got the frying pan hopefully nice and heated up, let's throw some bacon in there. Kind of a sizzle. Not that hard sizzle I was looking for. It probably just means I was just a little bit early. But that's okay. Bacon is a great, bacon grease is wonderful to cook in. Better than seed oils. Olive oil would be better. But you've got to remember, when you're buying olive oil, there's a lot of fake olive oil out there. You know, you gotta be careful where the country of origin is. We used to, when I worked for the USDA, back when your product got tested by the USDA before it got put on the shelf, and that's where you get that seal of approval. As we would say, yes, not only this is orange juice, but it's real orange juice and it is grade A. And a lot of times the plants would hire us so they could put approved by the USDA seal on it. I don't know if they still do that or not. I haven't really looked at it. I'm not buying orange juice from concentrate. We used to test the product, make sure they weren't putting too much water in it because water is cheap. You know, and make sure there was a certain concentration that it held so the consumer knew they were getting a good product. So let me know if I'm 5x5. I am using a new mic. I've been using it on my phone with success, but this is the first time I plugged it into the computer. So I want to know that it's actually working on the computer also. And engagement really helps because we'll start talking about our subject. As soon as I think I got enough people here watching and replay. So we had John from Prepper Nation brought up a good subject that was called, you know, how do you deal with failure? You know, we've all have failed at things through our lives and may continue to fail on things in our lives. And it's not that you failed because that's human nature. But did you learn anything from it? Did you make any adjustments because of it? You know, did you let it be a life lesson? Or are you just setting yourself up to repeat the same mistake? There's a lot of ways we can fail. We can fail at a job, we can fail at a sport, we can fail at something we're doing for life. And it's okay to fail. We're all going to fail at something. But do you learn something from it? Do you make adjustments from it? You know, did you take a life lesson and say, okay, now I'm going to change something to make sure I don't fail this way again? You know, if you fail in a relationship, you know, why did it fail? Sometimes it just happens. Sometimes it's really nobody's fault. It just falls under, the compatibility wasn't there. But sometimes it may be because you didn't pay enough attention to your spouse. Maybe you paid too much attention to your spouse. Maybe you became too comfortable in some sort of language. Who knows? You know, and obviously, you know, if you did cheat on your spouse and that's a failure on your part. So I have dated a couple women before my wife, and I had learned from some of the failures. Now, sometimes it's because they broke up, sometimes I broke up. But I sit there and said, okay, why did this happen? Why did we go from to boom? What happened? And I made some decisions on what caused that and made some adjustments so I wouldn't do the same thing second time around. And it's important that you do that. Otherwise, you're not learning from your experience. You know, and also, you know, from failure, you have to get back up. So, you know, a relationship failed. I mean, I'm never going to do a relationship again. Yeah, well, you're right. And that's not the way to be. Learn from it. You know, somewhere there was a decision that was made that was based on, I'm going to say, emotion and not logic. So let's understand. And I'm not a marriage counselor, so I'll get that out right away. But a lot of times we make decisions emotionally that are not good decisions. Because emotions can blind your senses and leave you blind to a few things. So what do you need to do? You need to sit back and you need to analyze it and figure, okay, what really happened? Where was the breakdown? Was it my fault? If it was, okay, own up to it and don't repeat it. If it wasn't, just one of those things that it just happened, okay, we'll understand it just happened and move on. Sometimes we try to hang on to things that we shouldn't. I'm not saying it's wrong, sometimes it is the right thing to do. Sometimes we wait too long to make that hard decision. You know, being in a bad job. I know on occasion I stayed at a job that was deteriorating at a very rapid rate, far longer than I should have. But I was kind of hoping they'd go back to what they were doing. I was thinking, surely they understand what they're doing is next, a good business practice. Surely they're going to wake up. They're not going to. All right, once they get down that path, they're not going to turn around. And sometimes you got to understand what path they're on. All right, and make adjustments accordingly. And then another thing about whether you're going to be successful or you're going to have failures, a lot of it's going to be who you surround yourself with. But now that I got the bacon cooking, I'm going to cook the pork chops next. One of these are coming with me. The other two I will leave for the wife and son to eat. I the other day when we stopped to go get gutters at Home Depot, so I took advantage of it. And they do have the best pork. They have the best bacon, they have the best pork, and it's not really expensive. So a lot of times, you know, we're going to have failures because of who we hang around. If you hang around people that make bad decisions, you're going to make bad decisions along with them. If you hang around people who have a poor look on life and how things should be, you're going to mimic it eventually. All right? Hang around people that are not really, you're not really mentally, stable, or they deviate. You're going to do the same thing, and you're going to tell yourself it's okay because of the people you're hanging around. Hanging around people that embrace failure and always blaming somebody else. You're going to do that. You can always blame somebody else. All right, you're going to become susceptible to people who prey on such things. They're going to say, oh, it's not your fault. All right. The system's rigged against you. Then why do people succeed? It's rigged against you. If it's rigged against you, it's rigged against everybody. Why do people succeed? All right. Yeah, it's okay to do that. Well, why do you feel bad about when somebody asks you, why are you doing that? If somebody asks you something, if someone don't agree with what you're doing and you get upset, you get all wanting to cut off ties with stuff like that, you need to do some inner looking and go, why did I get upset? Well, you got upset because deep down, you know what you're doing is wrong too. But of course, you want to surround with people that's going to excuse your behavior, whatever that behavior will be. If you're getting angry because somebody questions you about that behavior or actions, you got to understand you're getting angry because you know it's wrong, whether it's on a subconscious level or a conscious level. Because if I'm doing something, like I lift heavy weights. Well, why are you doing it? Because I want to. I don't get angry. I want to lift heavy weights. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't tell other people they have to do it, but I do it. You know, why do you garden? Because I like it. I don't get in an argument. There's nothing wrong with what I'm doing. I'm quite in agreement with what I'm doing. Why do you eat healthy sometimes? Because I like to. Well, you drink beer on the weekends. Yes, I do. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. I don't get angry about it. Why? Because at no point do I think I'm doing something wrong. If you ask somebody why you're doing something, they go, what do you mean by that? How come you ask me? How come you're bugging me? How come you mess with me? They know what they're doing is wrong. Not that you're going to talk them out of it. You're not. And then if you're doing things or you're in a position in life and you're blaming everything but yourself, you need to look in the mirror. All right, do bad things happen? Yes, they do. Do things happen out of our control? Yes, they do. How we recover from them and how we move on is up to you. You got people in the gym or literally amputees lifting weights. Yeah. Somebody with only one good leg doing deadlifts. You got someone benching with missing part of their arm. All right. So when you say, well, I can't do it because I've had bad luck, they've had bad luck. And they're still doing it. So if you want to become successful, if you want to become a better person, you need to hang out like people. You need to hang around people that have the same or similar goals in life and the same or similar morals in life. All right. You hang around immoral people, and they're out there. No, I don't have to accept it. You'll become immoral. It's just the way it goes. You become what you hang around, just like you become what you eat. You are what you eat. I'm going to scramble and it's going to go over easy. So I'll keep them like that. You are what you eat, and you are who you are around. You are what you eat mentally. All right? Mental and physical activities are a wonderful circle of life. Somebody give me a sound check here. Only because of different mic. Maybe I should take that in. Why is he being quiet? Sound check. I appreciate it. So sometimes when you test something out, okay, like this live stream, and I've got nobody in chat. I think only 2 people came by. My visits are probably going to be 1/10 of what they were with the phone. So you can say, well, that was kind of a failure. I said, well, was it? I learned something from it, or I may learn something from it. I haven't went through the analytics yet. But really, was it a failure? It's never a failure if you learn something. And I would never know that this is a possibility if I didn't test it. So when you look at the scientific method, when they say follow the science, understand what science is. Science is a bunch of guesses and a bunch of testing of those guesses. You have to test, correlate with the guess, and we say, okay, we think we may be on something. We can still be wrong. You know, a lot of times when people design things in the field, oh man, these were great in the field. And then you get into the market, and the market says no. All right. The entertainment industry found it out the hard way. All right. We had VHS and you had beta. All right. Beta was better quality. But everybody went for VHS. Why? They got support. For a reason, they got the support more than VHS did. Hey, Ray, how we doing? How's my sound? My 5x5? Dealing with brain dead general public. Yeah, boy, they're out there. I sit there and go on TikTok for a minute or two. It's getting better because I'm filtering all these idiots out. You know, there's a place where you say, you know, TikTok, I'm not interested in this stuff. Stop showing me it. Okay. Not interested in people just wanting to argue about, so I'm voting for who, and I'm voting for what, and I'm voting, and you're wrong, and mega. God, people, grow the hell up. There are people, there are adults, that are screaming like children. And you really are. Right? Everyone's not a cult. They just have a different opinion than you do. It's okay to want the best for yourself and your country. Nothing wrong with that. If you're calling people out for it, you know, you're hanging around the wrong people. And one individual said something very racist. I called her out on it. Said, you people. You people? How racist of you? She goes, yeah, fine. I was okay, at least she owned it. And she wasn't white. All right? And yes, you can be racist if you're not white. And about political, yeah. At least she owned it. I told her that. So at least you're honest about it. But her life is all negativity. I could see it. I went through her post. Everything's anger. Really no way to go through life. You be angry all the time. All that anger is just going to make you non-productive. Like I said, things are not going your way. You need to change the direction you're going. Right? The only person holding me back is you. Hate to break it, key boys and girls, but you are responsible for your actions and your life. Now, those things happen out of your control? Yes, they do. Like I said, how you react and correct from it is what changes it. Separates men from the boys. Because being a man is not about hitting a certain age or even being a woman. In a worse condition than the claimants. So, yeah, I run into that. And finally realized, oh, we had somebody give 2 weeks' notice 2 weeks ago. And we did nothing to fill the position. So that's why now I've got a 12-hour shift. It'll be interesting to see how these analytics go. Because on the phone, I do have a lot more engagement. I think whatever it goes out as a horizontal, it shoots out as a short. And I think it just allows a lot more people to know that I'm doing a live stream. Like I said, most people do bounce. Oh, yeah, okay, it's not what I'm interested in. You know, I'm not one of those channels that are. Oh, sorry. But I wanted to just talk about real things. So, failure. Everybody fails. It's okay to fail. If you're not failing at something, you're probably not trying hard enough. What is not okay is to accept failure and stay at that failed level. At one point, you got to own up to it and say it's time to move on. That can happen at any point in your life. We all run into that where we have to say, you know, it's time to move on because what's going on right now is not working. So that's my wisdom for today. So I think my little thing from well, anyway, I should just throw that away. There you are. From Little Donkey Andy. So I don't know if I put this out yet as a video. I will. I just gotta dress them up in that. But I had if you see my shake video, I had the Christmas come early. So I had a wireless Bluetooth meat thermometer. It's $139 on YouTube or on Amazon. Sent to me. And all they gotta do is leave a positive review. Once I sit there and cook something with them, so I'm probably gonna go buy a turkey. Maybe next week, and we'll cook up a turkey. So then we'll have food for like the whole week. But that's something something you use a meat thermometer for. And I think a turkey is definitely one of them. I know they have little pop-ups, but it would be a great way to test it out. I also got this, a windbreaker, a bug zapper, and a binocular to attach to the camera with its own stand. And I'll be putting those videos out here in the next few days. I just got to add all the cool stuff to it. Oh, thanks so much, Tim, for another thumbs up. Appreciate it. So I got the pork chops cooking. Now, the pork chops are not for breakfast. They're going to be for a later meal for my dinner. I'm still going to have to go buy some food. Oh, there you go. Because I'm on a 12-hour shift. And then I have my green pepper and jalapenos cut up to cook into the eggs. I'm not going to pre-mix the eggs this time. I'm just going to dump them in there and mix them in the skillet. Kind of do it the easy way. So while I'm doing this, I want to hydrate. Some hydration. And we do utilize these glass bottles. So they're instantly resealable, and it's better to keep water in glass than it is plastic. I think I need to make my little shopping list. Otherwise, I always forget. So I need cat food. I'll try to remember some other things that have come to mind and then have already flowed away. We got those flipped over. Thanks for the thumbs up. Right, thanks for getting in the chat. I'll be right back here real quick. And if they are dry, then you can probably take the shirts that have wash it. All righty. So, need some extra plates out here. One will be for breakfast for me, one will be for breakfast for my son, and the other will be for, hey, here we going. That bacon? Of course, this is bacon. This is bacon. And those are bone-in pork chops. And then I'm going to do some green peppers and jalapenos. Hey, Gordon, how you doing? It's been a while. Let me get that going here. I don't know if that. So I've cooked the bacon. I got a lot of bacon grease. I'm cooking the pork chops in the bacon grease. I'm taking one to work. The other two I'm going to leave in the microwave for the missus. I'm also on Rumble. I think I put the link of that in there. Scottish Fitness. I got two of them. One of the Scottish Fitness is spaced out, the other one is not. Follow me on both of them. It's one of those things where I've been with a long time ago, and then I just kind of gave up on it. That got confusing. So I started a new one. It's still confusing, but that's what I'm loading most of my videos up on. The other one had videos uploaded to it, and I didn't realize I was uploading it. I'm saying 8 months ago now, because I don't remember doing that. And I'm also on Instagram. So this morning, pretty easy morning. I did walk out the garden, pick some peppers and a cucumber and a big squash. Walked to the pond. I did get some rain, so that helped. Got some extra water in there. Walked out to the mailbox. And did all my pre-videos on the stuff that got sent to me. That's work. That gets to be a lot of work. That's why I'm glad they don't send everything they offer. Otherwise, I'd be. Tammy, I am. Now, I'm not as heavy because of the accident, but I will get back up to it. I think the last time I benched, I put up 355. So I took a little bit more time off, but I was still feeling pain here. I had 430 pounds come out of my hands at the end of my lift and dropped on my chest, full blast. It was not a good accident. It was not good. The video's out there. It's on my Instagram. It's on here. It was probably about 9-10 weeks ago. And it really took me for a loop. I was doing so well. I was up to 450 in the gym. Everything was looking fine. And then I didn't. No. Just grinned and bared it. Probably should have. But hey, thanks for the thumbs up, everybody. I survived it. Now I'm just on the 4 road back. And it's going to be a while. Should have I? Yeah, I should have, but I didn't. Just, that stuff costs money. I am doing better. I'm throwing discus again. And I know Michael wanted me to make it to the gym today. Probably not going to make it to the gym, but I think I'll go outside and lift some dumbbells that I have outside. And I'll do a quick video on that. I'm working a 12-hour shift tonight. And I'm doing the 12-hour shift on Friday. So I'm just trying to get some activity going. And my job is very active. I do a lot of lifting at work. Now, I just don't know if I have any product to push at work because full steam ahead. They ain't keeping up with us. We don't care. Let's go. Damn torpedoes. Full speed ahead. Rah, rah, rah. So I said, no problem. Aye, Captain. You ask for it, you'll get it. I have thought about it. and I don't disagree. But no, I still gotta, and I do things good for me. I go for hikes and walks, but absolutely, I probably should have had more cardio in there, but I'm gonna still keep lifting heavy. I don't disagree with people. I gotta be me. When I train people, I don't train them the way I train. I ask them what they want to accomplish, and then once they tell me what is their long-term goal, we make a short-term goal, and then we start it out. But yeah, I'm not gonna say, I'm anti-cardio. I used to do a lot of cardio when I was in high school in the Army. That's all I did was cardio. I was a long distance runner. I could run for miles and miles and miles. And now with my left foot all jacked up, I can't run. Yeah, for me that's just a workplace condition because of the work boots and still trying to get it to work out. But, you know, it might be something that just stays with me the rest of my life or until I retire and don't have to be in that environment anymore. But right now, the job just has too many benefits. That's just the way it is. But good question. And this is what you should have. This is the type of engagement I look forward to. So we're talking about failure. You know, everybody does fail, but it's how you recover from it and what you learn from it is what's important. So okay to fail. I mean, if you're not trying, you'll never fail. All right. Sometimes failure should be a painful lesson, i.e., 430 coming out of my hand. You know, and sometimes it can just be something didn't work out. You know, a lot of times we make some, I ain't gonna say assumptions, but we make some guesses based on some knowledge we have. And we try something and we think there's going to be this effect, and all of a sudden, complete opposite effect. Yeah. And we're blindsided by it. You know, sometimes you try to give someone good life advice, and they take it as you've insulted them and you can get it. But they turn away from it. And that's when I get to the point if they got insulted is because somewhere in their conscious or subconscious what's wrong. Because I wasn't even talking about the behavior. I was just talking about how you change through your life. It takes more starvation now to get it away. But it's not bad. I can suck it in. I don't look pregnant when I walk around. And when I look down, I can see my feet and everything else. So, yeah. And I'll be honest with you. And this is my opinion. But based on some observations that it's good to have some extra weight. You know what I mean? It's I had twin uncles. All right. They both had like heart attacks in their 50s within like 6 months of each other. They were identical twins. And then when they got in their 70s, one decided to lose a lot of weight. Doctor said, "Oh, you're way too weight. Here's what you should weigh." I'm telling you right now, that chart belongs in the garbage. Okay, because I'm 6'4" and I have a big build, and they want me to weigh 165 pounds. I'm sorry, that is not enough weight for somebody who's 6'4" with my build. You have to be insane. And I had who I knew and kind of respected arguing with that. I said, "No, that chart is ridiculous." Okay, that chart was made from the Tan Death March, maybe. Oh, deep tissue, those are great. So I figure in the sun and watch your video. There you go, Mike. Yeah, I don't get them very often, about once every 10 years, but boy, they are great to get. I got one, I think last year for my birthday. My daughter sent me one back in 2023 for my birthday present. So I went and got one. Always felt good. I had one about 10, 15 years before that where she really worked me on hard, but oh my God, a couple days later, I felt fantastic. So absolutely. So, do I ever take rest days? Well, I guess Saturday, I can say I take a rest day, but even if I don't go to the gym, my God is the gym. And once again, thanks for the thumbs up, everybody. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, please consider it. So I got the pork chop going, and that's going to run me a little bit over. That's probably one of the reasons I'm not going to make it to the gym, but I'm going to go out in the backyard, and I got some dumbbells, and I'll get me a good arm pump going. Thank you, appreciate it. And I'm going to get out. I get activity at work, but probably next week it'll be a re-engagement, and I'll start changing my morning rituals to less walking and more lifting. But right now with the garden going, we're got the fresh veggies to eat, and the weather is sunny out, and there's just a lot of outdoor stuff to do. I'm going to be outdoors. I'm telling you that, come this January, late December, January, and February, can't really be outdoors much, and I miss that. I miss not being able to eat outside. Well, I'm going to sit there and get in as much of it as I can while I can. Now, pork usually cooks in pretty quickly, but it has a bone. When you have bone in it, it takes a little bit longer to cook. But I think I can consider them done or done enough. Take that completely off the heat. And kind of let them rest. That just allows the juices to kind of get into the meat or leave a little bit more. Let's add the peppers. The peppers are going to be loaded with tannin, with vitamin C, vitamin D, and other trace minerals that your body really needs. There you are. But where's my cashew nut go? And as I've been growing jalapenos and using them in the food, my enjoyment of them gets more. So, where at first I only put one in, and then last year there was two, and now I put 3 in, sometimes 4. So, the eggs I got from the neighbor, and I need to get some cash from the cash station. I need to buy some more from him. I don't think he likes it when they give him quarters. I know it's still cash. And everything goes in the food bucket. And in the food bucket I dump out to the garden, which makes my compost. Remember, the incredible edible egg. Best nutrition out there. Best nutrition out there. You've got all 20 amino acids. You got pretty much everything your body needs. The only thing it misses is vitamin C, and I got that with everything else. It doesn't. It's just a shell. It's an egg. I mean, I got a green one. Sometimes I'll get light blue ones. Depends what type of chicken they have. So yeah, it makes absolutely no difference. A lot of times the ones that they're selling in the store, they're trying to say they're free range because they're brown, and generally your free range chickens generally have a colored egg, but some of them do lay white eggs. So that's where they probably say, oh, brown eggs are better for you because they're making an assumption that they came from a regular farm that's using, more natural ways of feeding them. But, I get white eggs from the neighbors too from time to time. But these shells are far thicker than the ones you get in the store. You get in the store, they're doing a lot of things so those chickens are laying big eggs as fast as possible. And they have a very thin shell. These do not. A lot of times I have to hit it twice. And you can see that it's a more sturdy shell. And these are from right down from the road. And he's using just regular grains and chickpeas and that. But, chickens are like, they're a tiny little velociraptor, however you pronounce that word. They will eat anything. They get in your garden, they will eat your garden. Gone. So on these eggs, because of the size they are, they're probably about 5 to 6 grams of protein per egg, probably about 60 to 70 calories. Okay, we got some bigger ones. See how that's a little bit lighter color? And it just came from a different chicken. Same eggs. Now a double yolk. There's another double yolk, which is rare in eggs this size. Rare. Anyway, a double yolk means that they would be twins. All right. You can tell I got plenty of eggshells there. When this gets filled up, which is quite often, almost on an everyday basis. So I use pink salt instead of just regular salt. It has trace minerals in there, magnesium, manganese, not just sodium chloride. And then fresh ground pepper. And then a lot of times I'll throw a tab of butter in there, scramble them. Yeah, it's just for flavor, and it's real butter. So I use pure butter. Most of the time it's pure Irish butter, like and these are better things to use than seed oils. And the thing is they knew seed oils were bad. The animal industry would not use seed oils. They got rid of it because it was so bad for the animals. The problem is they had all these contracts for all this seed oils. And they say, oh, well, let's put them in human consumption. Let's give them to Mikey. Mikey will eat anything. All right. Turkey, how we doing? Thanks for the thumbs up. Appreciate it. There you go. Hey, if it works, it's good stuff. Good afternoon. How we doing? I do get yes, I get a yearly physical, and they're always mad at me. The doctor is mad because I'm too healthy. He goes, at my age, I should have high blood pressure. I don't. My blood pressure has been the same all my life. It runs about 120 over 70, plus or minus about 4. I do that every time I go in. Last time, it wasn't a physical, but I was in there for doctor appointment. They used one of those automatic ones. I said, those automatic ones are terrible. They never read it correctly. I said, this is what mine should be. And of course, she just looked at it and put it away. I said, will it give you a ridiculous number? She goes, yeah, it did. And she got the right way out there. I said, that's be 120 over 70. She goes, yeah, it was 120 over 74. I said, yep, that's where I'm at. My blood sugar is always good. Cholesterol is a little high, but I'll be honest with you, it's not that high. And I do a lot of exercise. So I'm just not going to take statins. I think statins, in my opinion, are bad for you. All right. Other doctors may have a different opinion, and that's great too. I have no problem with that. But they had me on them, and I never enjoyed them. They were always, I just would cramp up too much. So I'm not one. I put my wife on one. She won't listen to me. I told her she should take it. She's already been complaining about some of the things. You get some cramps, you can get weakness. I remember they had me on one. I think it was Lipitor. And I was at the time doing martial arts. And I sparred. It was only 3 2-minute rounds with a man probably about 30 years younger, my size. And 3 weeks later, I was still sore. And I told the doctor, he goes, oh, no, we'll get you off of that. So, yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I sparred. I did martial arts. When I was in Korea, I did Taekwondo. And then when I was in Julia, I did karate and Arnis and small circle jiu-jitsu. Martial arts are a great thing for you. It's great for the mind and soul. We had a really good group. We had a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm probably gonna drink some of that bacon grease out. I think I need to add another egg in there. I don't think I have enough egg for everything else. I'll pop another one in. There we go. Also, the Illinois champion in discus for the Senior Olympics. 2 years in a row, I'm going to try to make it 3. My son's helping me out to get to that point. We didn't throw today, but we'll probably throw tomorrow. I might. No, I didn't do boxing. No. Nope, I like to get my hands on people. I'm more of a grappler. I mean, I can hit, but I never did boxing. As a consistent sport, you know. I sparred with a buddy who was a Gold Glove boxer, and I sparred with my neighbor, you know. So I maybe sparred twice when I was young. It was not something I was interested in. I was more of a getting close and bring them down to the ground. That's where my strength lies. Yeah, well, not just the head, but the body shots. Like generally in the beginning, unless you're Tyson, you can knock somebody out in one shot. A lot of times you're going to be hitting them in the abs and in the sides and the kidneys and make their breathing hard. And they start getting painful. If you start hurting them down here, they're going to start dropping their hands. But as we're a lot of martial arts, and boxing is similar, so there's less rules. Probably why I didn't do boxing, there's too many rules. But it's a good skill. It's a good skill to have. Nothing wrong with that. So I think the eggs are about ready to come out. I got them all settled. That we're doing there. Too high. And they probably do that for a reason. It seems to be the style with them. All right. The eggs are about ready. Let me see it. And they'll need to be on the road for about another 45 minutes. Name it is, it's gotta stop at the grocery store, gotta get stuff for my lunch. I am bringing some, but I'll probably pick up some chicken to go too, because literally I'll be working from 2 to 2. It does. So anybody, thanks for coming in. So I got about 6 likes. I will kind of look at the analytics, and then a couple days later, I will compare, the pennies that this video made versus the pennies that the other ones made. And I'll be honest, that's what these videos make. They make pennies. All right. I don't do it for the money because there's not enough money in it. I just do it because I know I'm getting people to sit there and eat healthier and possibly working out and getting in better shape. And I do appreciate everyone who stops in and says hello. Yeah, someday trying to get to 12,000, but it is what it is. I mean, my Instagram does better. I've got almost 23,000 subs on Instagram. And I started up a Rumble because East Tennessee Prepper did, and I figured, I should over there and see him. And I think I got 10 subscribers. So it all happens. It's like I still have a regular job. And this is just kind of a side hustle. It buys a dinner and a couple drinks for the wife and I once a month, if we're lucky. So everybody remember, rest, nutrition, proper exercise, hydration, safety, and just get in the gym and lift and just go outside, enjoy the sun. Everyone have a wonderful, wonderful weekend.